thank you for tuning into my channel. Please kindly subscribe, like and share my video with your loved ones. So today I have come here to share with you clever ways that I have discovered, right, on paying off the credit card and basically just divorcing it, like leaving it, leaving the toxic relationship. So if you're in a toxic relationship with your credit card, this is the right place for you to be. So initially, my story with the credit cards, that when I took the credit card, I was in a dire need for it. I really knew the credit card was something that I needed to purchase, which was worth like 40,000, and then I had managed to save up 30,000 for it, and then I needed like an extra 10,000 rand. So I decided to take the credit card, right, with the vision, right. At the time, I had planned that I'll just pay it off, right, and then divorce it. Little did I know that that relationship was going to last 2 years, guys, with the credit card, and I really struggled. The plan was just pay it off, get it over and done with, like dump it, leave it, divorce it, but it never happened. I tried a lot of strategies. I used this one strategy that I'd hear from people that pay off the credit card, right, that like when you get money, like when you get access to income, put all that income into the credit card, right, and then use it, like use the amount that you need, leave and the amount that you don't need, the amount that you need to stay in the credit card, so that you can reduce the interest, right. It's a good idea, yes, because you reduce interest. You don't give the bank anything, right, because you put back money and you take it back, right. So it kills interest, because with the credit card, with the credit card you get 55 days of interest free. So if you pay off the credit card within the 55 days, then you don't get to pay interest. So with me, that was initially the idea. I did that and it didn't work, because I always found myself using more money than I wanted, because initially my plan was to pay off the credit card, but I found myself living off of the credit card. I'll pay the credit card, no interest, yes, but then I'll still need to pay it up next month, because I would have used all the money that is in the credit card. I'm not sure if there's someone out there who can relate with this. So I just decided by myself to say, you know what, guys, this relationship is not working, this marriage is not working. I need a lawyer to come and help me to finalize this divorce situation, because I could see that initially my plan was to get rid of the credit card, not have the credit card at all, but I found myself being stuck with the credit card for 2 years. So when I was doing my research as to how I can get rid of this thing, because clearly paying more, reducing interest, it was not my vision. It was not what I wanted. What I wanted was to pay off the credit card and not to have the credit card stuck with me forever, you understand. So what I started to do was that after doing some research, I discovered that there's other ways that you can pay off the credit card. But before I get there, so what was happening, because I used to pay more money every month, so what I used to do, I used to pay like maybe 2,000 rand every month, but then I'll still use it, because my vision was to say I want to pay it off for 5 months, but I'll end up using the 2,000 rand that I've put in there anyway. And because and another thing, guys, do not take a credit card if you're an impulsive buyer like me. I'm an impulsive buyer, so I'd find myself buying things that I do not need with the credit card, right, and I'll end up even using the 2,000 that I've reserved for the credit card to finish it off in 5 months. So what happened, because I was paying good enough, right, so the bank decided to add 3,000 extra to my account, and I didn't know that they had added 3,000 extra into my account. I kept on shopping, only to find out later on that I'm now on, like, the credit card is now on like 13,000 rand, and I was like, no, this relationship just has to end. So when I was doing my research and everything, and then listen to this, so the bank didn't tell me that they were going to increase my credit card, it just increased on its own. So that was such a shocker for me, because I didn't know. I guess I was also careless on my part, right? So what happened is that after doing my research, I discovered that there's an easy way to get rid of the credit card, right, without even having to spend an extra. Because for me, it looks like I was going to stay with this credit card for a very long time. So what I decided to do was that to continue putting on the 2,000 rand, but after putting on the 2,000 into the credit card, what I would do is that I would call the bank and ask them to reduce my installment, right? So I'll call them and say, can you please reduce it with the 2,000 that is already there, right? Because I remember I started, it was 12 point something thousand, then I paid off 2,000. I asked them to reduce it, to put it back to 10,000 where it initially was when I started. And then they did that the first month. The second month I also did that. I was very disciplined at that, because one thing that I think I am good at is paying off my debts and following my spreadsheet the way it is. So I paid it. I'll pay every 2,000 rand, and in 5 months I was done. Like with my credit card, I closed it up and I was done, dusted, finished, divorced. And I never ever want to have that burden again of having a credit card, because especially if I do not need it. Because one thing about myself, and I know that there are other people who are like me out there, like we are lured into credit card because they'll tell you that you get like your greenbacks or your e-bucks or whatever, and then you also get like traveling points. But when you come to think of it, how many times do you travel? How many times do I travel? I rarely ever travel, so I do not currently need a credit card. And you also, if you are like me, you don't need a credit card for anything. So if you have a balance in your credit card right now, call your bank, ask them to reduce your credit card to minus the balance that is there. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video. Please share the video, subscribe. Thank you so much.